narrative is that Gamay mutated from Pinot Noir in Burgundy, say 500-600 years ago. I don't know the exact, I'm not a grape historian. Jancis Robinson would probably be a better person to ask about that. But that's the narrative. And it's kind of it's considered like a second-class grape. You know, it wasn't allowed in the aristocratic vineyards of Burgundy. It was relegated to the valley floor, the lowlands, the poorer soils. It was wine for the people. But now it seems like something that sounds like a worthwhile enterprise, is to make wine that people can afford to drink that's delicious. So what happened is that it was widely planted in the Beaujolais region, which, as it turns out, has really amazing soil and really special terroir, at least we think so now. And that what we learned is that if you make it naturally, or you make it with respect to the land and to the grape, and try to do something exceptional with it, you can make really expressive, really phenomenal wine. Historically, that wasn't the case because big negociants were making it. Thermovinification, really goofy commercial yeast that tasted like banana were employed, and it got a bad rap, and deservedly so. But with the arrival of people like Lapierre and Foillard and Breton and Jules Chauvet, the people that we now attribute for kind of changing the course of Beaujolais history, they proved that Gamay can make a tremendous wine. And historically, up until the last few years, you could get the best efforts, the Gamay from the best vineyards for under $20 retail. Well, I think like the best varieties, it's malleable to the soil and to the place that it comes from. So at its most basic, Gamay has an intense fruit expression that I think a lot of people find appealing, because wine doesn't always taste like fruit. And oftentimes when it does, it's not good fruit. But there's a purity of expression of the fruit in Gamay that I think a lot of people end up gravitating to, because it just seems so honest and soulful, and it may just be one note, but that note is like the right note. It's like the blues or something. It's like that's the only note you could play there, and you could just keep playing that same note over and over and over again, and it sounds good. Gamay can do that at its most basic. But at its best, Gamay, like Pinot Noir, Chenin Blanc, or Chardonnay, or Riesling, can be a transmitter of information. It can say something really interesting about a particular place, a particular soil, a particular method of vinification, or a particular person's attitude about Gamay. And I think our favorite grape varieties do that. They tell you something about the place and the person that made it. And the best thing on earth is when you can buy a wine made from a grape that does that for a price that people can afford.